All right, I think we kind of have a plan. A lot of pruning to do, a lot of work to get this sorted out so we can get our winter crop in here.
Yes.
The last couple of weeks we have really been focusing on finishing off our solar system. Now that it is operational and working, we seriously need to put some attention back onto our greenhouse. We've let things go a little bit too long here. We need to start clearing everything up so we can soon put in our seedlings for our winter crop. But things are still growing crazy in here, even though it is nearly December. We have this kind of wall of tomato plants, but they're still flowering. We're still having tomatoes in December in Mongolia, which is absolutely fantastic. But the problem is we have this huge wall of tomato plants which is blocking the sunlight from the back side of the greenhouse, where we need to have beds so we can plant all our winter crop. We're going to spend the next couple of days in here just really cleaning up, taking away things that we don't want. There are some of the plants that are starting to overwinter, so they're dying back a little bit. We're going to trim them down, keep them, overwinter them for winter, take down some of these tomato plants so we can put in our winter crop. And we have a lot of salads and things that we need to harvest, and chilies and things that I need to overwinter. So we have a big job of this.
The next year we plant all the tomatoes at the back.
Yeah, definitely have
Experience.
and better organizing.
Yeah.
But anyway, still growing, still warm in here. What is it?
What is this?
25 degrees. How are your passion fruits doing?
Yeah, it's growing.
Actually doing very, very well.
Very cool.
Very green.
Yes, nice color. The problem is they change their direction to,
Yeah, so they grow that side.
yeah.
But otherwise doing very, very well.
Yeah, I think it looks healthy and good.
In this first bed here, we have a couple of aubergines. They're kind of at the end of their season. Aubergines, they like really, really hot temperatures. They're not going to survive for that much longer. They're still okay because it is warm in here. So they are still fruiting. A little bit small aubergines, but I'm sure I can make something really, really nice for them. So I'm just going to harvest the last of the aubergines, and then we can start to clear this bed out. So we're basically just going to go through everything that we have, what we need to keep and what we're not going to keep. So let's harvest the last of these aubergines and get the plants out. We need to work on a better trellis
Yeah.
system.
Something stronger.
Huh?
Something stronger.
So what we are attempting to do, we have cleared this bed, but we have some beautiful tomato plants in the Zula actually clipped a very good tomato plant at the base. So anyway, we have tomato plants. We have, these ones are not so good, but they're still fruiting. They look good. They have flowers coming. We have those all the way down as well. We have them on a trellis. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to untie them or cut them at the top and move the whole tomato plant to the back and try to retie it. Because these tomato plants will still produce, so we want to keep having tomatoes as long as we can into next year. Yeah. Deep into winter, we want to have tomatoes growing. So slowly clean up this bed, move these ones, do the next bed, try to move as much plants as the back, and that will clear some sunlight so we can plant our new crop in the beds. Okay, let's try that without breaking it. One down, a lot to go, but it looks good. Just been working a little bit with all our chili plants now that it's coming to the end of the season. I want to overwinter them so that we can have more chili plants for next year. Of course, we will start new chili plant seeds, but I want to keep these ones as well. Most plants, normally you can trim around 40 to 60% of the plant and it's fine. Chili plants is a little bit different. You can trim them right down. So here, and you can see that it's starting to drop leaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim it all the way down to its base. Pretty much like that. Keep a little bit of the bottom stalk. Trim that one and that one. Just like that. Gonna give it a little bit of feed for the winter, some extra compost and soil, and it's gonna overwinter nicely, and in the spring it's going to build up to a whole new plant again. Ready for winter. One thing that grows absolutely crazy in our greenhouse is dill. I can't get rid of it. we had this dill in the beginning of the spring. It just took off. This whole area was covered. It went to seed and it dropped seed. I took out this whole patch of dill and it just started growing again. All the seeds landed in here and just came back. So we want to keep it. We don't want to kill it. So we're just actually going to chop it back, and then I can take this dill in and I can dehydrate it and make a nice dill powder.
Mm-hmm. I love dill.
Yeah, it never goes away. It's like a weed.
Yeah.
See, it's like plants there. In my chili plants, they were growing dill. It's going crazy. Get in there.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Tomatoes grow crazy.
Yeah, but it's bringing so much light
Yeah.
into the beds.
Yes.
I think next time if we grow it like this, then we can go on top. So like the tomatoes go to the front. Nice. One of the most excited I have been for something that we have grown here in Mongolia. This is lemongrass. We have a whole bunch of lemongrass. It goes great when we harvested all our ginger. Lemongrass it's got this citrusy lemon flavor. They use it a lot in like Thai cooking and Vietnamese cooking and things like that. Because it's a grass, it just keeps on growing and it keeps on multiplying. You just take it off like that and you just snip away the grass bit, and that's what you will use in your cooking. You can crush it up, put it into different things. I'll have to show you some recipe. Smells absolutely amazing. So before the winter comes, I'm just going to harvest a couple of the outside, and then it will start to re-sprout new ones for the spring. Really great. I have a friend who's been craving for this. He told me, he said to me he'll buy all of it. But I'll give him some for free.
Smell like a lemon.
Smell like a lemon. So when you get on the outside, you just go in, you make the cut. Nice. And when you have these, you just put them in the freezer, and whenever you need them, you just take them out and use them for flavoring. That's a pretty good harvest of lemongrass.
Yeah.
Overseas, that's quite expensive, huh?
Really?
Yeah, really expensive. But I mean, since we started them from seed this year, it took a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So we have harvested probably a quarter of this. I think we're going to call it quits for today on sorting out in the greenhouse. I think we've done a good job.
Yeah.
We still have quite a lot of tomatoes here. We're going to leave them in for now. When we harvest them, then we'll decide what tomatoes we take away, so we don't want to block any sun from the seedlings. and maybe move things around. We have a few things to go and dehydrate. We took out a couple of herbs and salads and things like that. We're going to stick that in the dehydrator, the herbs, and dry them off. Before it gets dark, we're going to go with flame and we're going to pick some sea buckthorn and we're going to do something with that.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Flemmy?
I'm coming on you. It's there. It's that. It's the. Oh, what's that?
Want to pick the berries?
Oh no.
Something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin. I'm storing everything within. Oh.
It's a bit late in the season. It's a bit warm today, so they're not completely frozen. But we will take some and then get more when they're frozen. Fortunately, our neighbor was kind enough to let us come and pick all their bushes of sea buckthorn because they're not going to eat all of it, which is really, really great. It's extremely high in vitamin C, really tart. Definitely can do some things in the kitchen with it. So we're going to pick some now and we'll do something with it, and yeah, we'll come and pick the rest of it when it's a little bit more frozen.
Yeah.
But really great.
Hmm?
Sea buckthorn.
Be careful, Daddy. Cool.
Very cool.
6.